Hey everybody in YouTube land, this is Frightener22. I figured, since I did the films of Tim Burton yesterday, what I'm trying to do, as I said in the videos before, is that I'm trying to build this channel up to, have it have DVD updates, and coming next week, another feature that I'd like to do is, I'm signed up with Netflix, and I'm part of the 3 at a deal time, so starting next week, I'd like to do, like, queue reviews, which is, whatever I get in, from my Netflix queue that week, I'd like to do a review of, the 3 movies that come in, so I figured that'd be, something a little different. I mean, the DVD updates are going to be, I'm sure fine as they are, but I figured I'd inject something a little different with my page by adding some queue reviews. So I did my first DVD update for you guys, so I'm just going to dive right into it. The first one that I got is actually a Blu Ray. It's the 25th anniversary of Children of the Corn, and this was sold at Best Buy for a limited time. I think it is going to be sold everywhere starting August 25th, so I actually bought this about 2 weeks ago, but I finally popped it into the Blu-ray player last night, and it looks excellent. I really enjoy it. It's a great Stephen King movie, and this is, like I said, this is the 25th anniversary edition, so they really went out, all out with, great special features. I watched them all, minus the commentary, but there's a great interview with Linda Hamilton on here. You get a documentary with the director, and Isaac, played by John Franklin, and Malachi, who is played by Courtney Gaines. So this is definitely worthwhile. I think Best Buy right now is having a sale on it where it's $12.99. I ended up paying $24.99 for it, but right now there's a sale going on where you can get this for like $13. I say absolutely pick it up if you're into horror, especially Stephen King movies. The next one that I got was actually a film that I think is slated to come out on Tuesday the 18th. So I was kind of surprised to find it at Best Buy today, but once I saw it, I just picked it up. And that's the 25th anniversary of the last Starfighter. Like I said, I just picked up all these ones right now, so I haven't had time to watch the special features on this, but it looks like that they have, a new retrospective documentary on it, and a commentary with the director Nick Castle, who actually is probably known to a lot of horror fans as the man who portrayed the first Michael Myers in the original Halloween. And he's also directed Dennis the Menace as well, the movie. So there's a commentary with him and the production designer Ron Cobb on here, and there's a making of featurette, so seems pretty good. And, it was $15, so, get it early. It's a great movie. I, saw it not too long ago. I enjoyed it a lot. Next movie I got was 1980s Caddyshack. I picked it up for like $7, but I figured that I would get this. When I first saw this, I wasn't too impressed with it, but I'm excited to rewatch it again, and, hopefully, I just caught it on a bad off night, so hopefully I'll, enjoy it a lot more this time around. But the main reason I picked this up was because, from what I understood, this, The Exorcist, and one other movie, Warner Brothers are planning to rid the DVDs for at least a few years to regain interest in the products, but it's mainly, I think, to push the Blu-ray sale, the upcoming Blu-ray sales for them. I'm not sure when this is being released on Blu-ray, but I do know that The Exorcist is coming to Blu-ray in September, so that's their purpose. So if you don't have this yet and you're just willing to get it for cheap, I got it for, $6.99 at Best Buy. Totally a pickup. Next movie I got was for $4.99, a great John Candy comedy from 1985, Summer Rental. I Netflixed this a few months ago. I found it pretty enjoyable. Not much on this, just a theatrical trailer, but I enjoyed it. It's it is what it is. It's a cheesy, 80s comedy, but John Candy is always, great in these. So for $5, can't go wrong. Next one I got in in the wake of John Hughes' death, I've figured I'd stock up on all the John Hughes films that I didn't have yet, and one of them that I didn't have, surprisingly enough, was Uncle Buck, which was, a great, solid John Candy film, so I think I picked this up for $6.99, so, if you don't have this yet, it's no time, like now to, really rediscover and, enjoy these films once again, because John Hughes was a fantastic talent. It's a real shame that he passed away, but I'm excited to finally have this one in my collection. Next one I need, I think, is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but I'm going to be waiting for the new edition of that, and She's Having a Baby. So after those two, I'll have all of the films that he actually directed. Next film that I got was Stripes, the extended cut, and this was on sale too for $6.99, and this was just always a movie that I had seen not too long ago, and you know, for the price, I couldn't go wrong with getting this. I mean, there's just great people in this: Bill Murray, John Candy, Harold Ramis, and PJ Soles. I mean, all the talents in this movie are just all the comedic talents that I've, you know, grew up watching and loving. So, you know, it was just a no-brainer to pick this up, especially for it being on sale for $6.99. And the last movie that I picked up was another good 80s movie, which is from 1986, Rodney Dangerfield and Back to School. And again, I got this for, I think it was either $4.99 or $6.99. But yeah, this was just another one that I, you know, felt kind of wrong that I didn't have this in the collection yet. So I kind of went on a splurge of 80s comedies that I've always loved but just never got around to buying. And, you know, good thing I went today because I got a lot of good deals on most of them. But, you know, this is a great movie from 1986. You know, just really loved it. This was actually the second movie that composer Danny Elfman scored, and his band at the time, Oingo Boingo, is seen in a party scene performing Dead Man's Party, which is one of their, you know, best songs. So, you know, it was definitely a solid buy today to pick this up. I've always liked Rodney Dangerfield. I grew up watching a movie that he was in with Jonathan Brandis called The Ladybugs, and this was another one of my favorite movies from him, so I'm really happy to have this in the collection. Well, I guess that wraps up my first DVD update. I know it was kind of short, but I figured I'd, you know, inject one in this week since I just, you know, went out and bought, you know, a few things. So, like I said, I hope next week to start a Netflix review of, you know, the 3 Netflix movies that I get at a time. So, to give you guys a preview, the movies that I'm going to be getting tomorrow, I'm going to be getting the first one. So, this upcoming week are going to be the 3 Robert Zemeckis films that I have not seen yet. Robert Zemeckis being one of my other favorite directors. I should be getting I Want to Hold Your Hand tomorrow, and then by Monday or Tuesday, I should be receiving Contact and Death Becomes Her. So look out next week for my Netflix Q reviews and my opinions on those 3. So again, thanks for watching. This is Frightener22. Later, guys.